Yes, I am. Awesome. Well, thank you guys
Okay.
for being here today, for taking the time. I'm so happy to join on here and present to you guys. We'll kind of go through our properties. My goal is so you guys can take away, get more familiar with the brand if you're not already familiar with us, and then go over some property updates and the best ways that you guys can kind of grow with us and how we work as a company and how we can help you guys grow your business. Because at the end of the day, that's what we are here for. Um, okay. Of course, it's not going to let me go down on the slide, huh? No. And my computer. Oh, there we go. So I already said my name is Michael Terra. I'm the host business development manager here. So we at AIC have a regional team of business development managers to work with you guys in your region so we can better connect with you guys. All of us do live in-person events, in-person trainings, so we can get out and see you guys. So I cover the Northeast. So anyone in that Delaware through Pennsylvania up through Maine, that's my region. And then if you're not familiar with your BDM, reach out to me at the end of this. I can direct you in that way. I like to just go over a little bit of intro about myself because we are a travel agent friendly brand. Our job is to work with you guys. We are super involved, so I like to just give a little intro. And part of our brand, if you're not familiar, is hard rock. So I like to include some fun music stuff, and I also like to give some selling tips at the start to kind of get you guys thinking of how we can sell each property and kind of who each property's for. I like to know all our inclusions in the hotels. We are primarily an all-inclusive collection, and our entry level room category. I think those are the two big things we want to stress here. If you're not familiar with our brand and everything we cover, we are the Hard Rock All Inclusive. So we have five total, four in Mexico, and then one in Dominican Republic. We have our UNICO collection, which is rapidly expanding. We now have two UNICOs, one in the east coast of Mexico and one on the west coast. And then I'll get into where we have another property coming soon. I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be excited for that. We have our AVA, which is our kind of newer brand. It's a mix, I like to say, of Hard Rock and Unico kind of combined. And I'll explain all this when we go through. And then also our Nobu collections. We have Nobu Miami Beach, Nobu Los Cabos, and Nobu Chicago, as well as Eden Rock connected to Nobu Miami Beach. That is our portfolio. I'm kind of going to stick with our all-inclusive collection, the three on the left there. And if anyone wants any more info on the Nobu properties, reach out to me, reach out to your BDM. We can go and walk you through. Um, I like to start out with some of our brand pillars because I think it really ties into who we are and why we are such a great brand to work with. Because again, we are here for you guys. So these is kind of our brand pillars. I like to highlight two of them. Why does I keep doing that all of a sudden? Now I can't slide, huh? Oh, I love technology, huh?
Try hitting escape and then do it.
I tried that. Huh. I was going good so far. No, no, no. Nothing. Slide, anything. Oh, there. Oh, there we go. Don't. Oh. So I'll kind of go through. So one, I skipped it, but I don't want to go back and mess it up now. Our niche brands. I think we have such a unique collection between all our brands that we can really accommodate any sort of client needs between our Hard Rock collection, which is family friendly, our Unico, which is more an adults only, more relaxed luxury, and then Ava, which is a family friendly brand, but more upscale a little bit. So we can really accommodate all your clients' needs across the board. And then our respect and friendly approach. I think the one thing I love about working with us and our brand, and you should too, is that we are here for you guys. Don't be afraid to ask us questions. I have some advisors like that I work with that are seasoned, and then I have some brand new advisors as well. So please don't be afraid. Reach out. Any questions, anything. We are here for you guys to help you guys grow. Now, this is a big thing. Make sure if you're not already, make sure you're registered on our site, All in Agents. That's going to be a big hub for all things AIC. And if you're not registered, please do. That's where we have everything. That is a big thing. We have our direct booking platform in there, as well as that is your rewards, everything in there. So please make sure you are registered. It's going to be really important. It's a really simple platform. We recently redid it, so it's more user friendly. You can track all your bookings on there, all your rewards, all your bonus cash, everything all in one platform. Like I said, you can have our direct booking, and then we have some other tools for you guys. We have our media valet, which is all sort of approved images and videos that you guys can use right there. We have flyers, promotional stuff. So it's really, really nice to have that. And you don't have to go search for it from somebody else. You can go in and look for it and it's right there. And like I said, we also have our direct booking platform, which is called Power Agent. That's going to be everything direct in there. Really, really cool stuff about that is we have our own team in Miami who is designed to work with you guys. And that is their job is any questions, anything direct booking. I mean, you can ask me at the start, but that's what they're here for. The nice thing is it's going to be 15% commission plus an additional 3 to 4% commission on all bookings. All our promos are on there. We have price match and things like that. So it's really, really nice to have. The other thing is please make sure that if you do use a tour operator, so these are going to be all our rewards. We offer reward nights. Every booking is going to have reward nights and our amplified rewards, which is bonus cash in your guys' pockets. The big thing is if you use a tour operator, ALG, Vacation Express, anything like that, totally fine. We have great relationships with them. And if that's your preferred partner to book, by all means, use it. Just make sure that you go in and register each booking because you're not going to get the bonus cash and the reward nights if it's not registered. If it's booked direct through Power Agent, you don't have to worry about it. But if it's not, make sure it's registered because I and our team can't see that you as a travel agent booked Hard Rock Cancun last month or booked AVA this month unless it's registered on the site through tour operator bookings. So that if you take anything away from that is the bookings, make sure you stress them because the bonus commission and the reward nights is really, really two big perks for you guys as well. So I'm going to highlight this real quick because I think it really goes into all our properties. And so when I go through each property, if you do weddings, you can kind of see where I'm going. And if you don't do weddings, it's a really good thing to start, just pique some interest too. So really quickly through our weddings, we have our All in Weddings is our platform inside All in Agents. So it's all in one. Power Agent team and All in Weddings are all in Miami office. They all work in that office. They are a fantastic resource for you guys as well. We make it super easy, whether you've done 15, 20, 30 weddings a year or you've never started. We make it really easy for you guys. We have such an awesome platform. We have a live calculator, which is, I think, fantastic for your clients, especially if you've never done a wedding. You can go in and get a real good idea of what it's going to cost, how many rooms you're looking for, all that. And you can get kind of a breakdown and you can do it as bare bones as you want. You can add on all sorts of different things. So it's a really nice thing to have, especially when you can walk that through with your client as well. And then our live calendar, which is another big thing. I think our live calendar is fantastic because you can go in and if they have clients that want to get married at Hard Rock Cancun in July of next year, boom, you can click it. You can get the date, the time. And if it's not there, it's not there. We don't do any holds. There's none of that. So it's a really awesome feature as well to have with your clients. So those two things. And then a group benefits. We do awesome, fantastic group benefits is there. And if anyone has questions at the end of this, anyone wants more of an in-depth training, because I know this is a lot, I try to keep it as just an overview of everything. Please let me or your BDM know. We can sit and walk you through each thing one-on-one too. So now that I kind of gave a brief intro, I'll go into all our properties. And my goal is to get you guys more familiar with each one. And if you're not familiar with it, do that. And if you are familiar, kind of just give you some updates as well. The goal should be at the end of this, you should be able to kind of get a sense of which client is great for each property because we have such a unique set of properties in our portfolio. And starting with our Hard Rocks, they're all Hard Rocks, but they're all a little different and they all have their own unique footprint, which I think is really awesome. So I'll kind of go through. This is big thing, the genesis of the all-inclusive. I mean, this is how we started our brand. It's a really great thing because it's an all-inclusive brand. So why Hard Rock? Why the all-inclusive? It's all day, it's all night. Everything's included in that Hard Rock brand. Like I said, we have 5 total, 4 in Mexico, 1 in Dominican Republic. And they all really, really great properties. They're made for music. So if you have clients that are really into music, great. That's fantastic. We plug you into the music. All our properties are going to have some sort of DJ at the pool by the day. They're going to have all music memorabilia all over the property. So it's a really, really nice footprint on each property. And I love this thing. Everyone is treated like a rock star. Going back to it, like I said, with the entry-level rooms, fantastic. All our entry-level room categories, everyone gets treated like a rock star. There's no different tiers. You don't need to upgrade to get top shelf liquor. We give all that. There's 24-hour in-room dining, little things like that. I think are fantastic. I think the biggest things to note is the 24-hour in-room dining at all our rooms. There's no, like I said, no upcharge on premier alcohol, which is a really, really big thing too. I highlighted some of our entry-level rooms. So these are all entry-level rooms across the board. That was Punta Cana. This is our new renovated room at Hard Rock Cancun, Los Cabos, and, I didn't put Vallarta, but those are going to be some of our entry-level rooms, and they are fantastic. I don't think we get enough credit as a brand for our dining. Our dining is fantastic. Each property is going to have some similar restaurants. Our big ones are going to be Toro, Chow, and Zen. Those are going to be featured across the board. But all of them have sort of a unique one. This is the market at Hard Rock Punta Cana, which is grab and go. It's kind of style stations. So it's really, really nice. They do different things every day. It's a fantastic option for breakfast and lunch. This is one of my favorite restaurants, favorite location restaurants, I should say. So this is Chow. We have them at all our properties. This is going to be our Italian, but I really, really like how this is at Hard Rock Vallarta. This is an awesome view of overlooking the water. I think all our restaurants put your clients in a position where they don't feel like they're at an all-inclusive. They feel like they're at a really, really nice dining experience. And then I said Toro, so that is going to be our steakhouse as well. And then Zen, our Asian teppanyaki with stations. Who doesn't love that, right? It's awesome. And I like to highlight some of the specialty ones. This is why it's like our Asian fusion. This is only available at Hard Rock Riviera Maya. So if you have clients who have been to one property and they say, oh, I kind of wanted something different, just know that not every property has the same restaurant. Some of them have different ones. So if they've been to Hard Rock Punta Cana, no, Hard Rock Riviera Maya has 2 adults-only restaurants that are different. So it's a nice thing to add as well. And then our spas as well. I don't think the spas get enough credit either because they are fantastic. As a brand, we're known for UNICO and AVA now with those are more wellness focused, more spa focused, but the rock spas are fantastic, especially in Punta Cana. It's one of the biggest spas in the Dominican Republic. Everything from regular massages, hydrotherapy, all sorts of different things. It's a fantastic option for your clients. And then I'll note later, we have a resort credit promo running. So when I go over that, think of the spa as well. Just some really nice images. They are fantastic. The hydrotherapy massages are awesome. The steam room, the sauna, fantastic. And we are family friendly. I think sometimes when people think of Hard Rock, they think of the one in Atlantic City. They think of the one in Fort Lauderdale, the new one in Vegas. We are a family friendly brand. 45% of our guests on property are families. So just know we have kids clubs at all our properties. They are amazing. Most of the time during the day, depending on the hour, and it changes per property, but all the kids clubs, you can drop your kids off and depending on the hour, and you can leave them as long as you're staying on property. So I like to say it's free childcare. It's a really, really nice perk as well. All our big ones, Hard Rock. This is at Hard Rock Punta Cana, or Riviera Maya. Sorry, we have one at Punta Cana and we have one at Los Cabos. The big water parks. They are phenomenal. They're full size water parks. My fam at Hard Rock Punta Cana in November. Me and some of the agents went on the slides. Like they're not like kids only. They're amazing. They're full size water parks. And the kids pools as well. We have bowling at an additional fee, but like I said, with the resort credit promo, you can add that in. It's fantastic. This is our Vibe City at Hard Rock Riviera Maya. This is going to be a amazing kids club and teens club all in one. It's got everything. I don't have any more pictures, but it's got a trampoline park. It's got like basketball with trampolines, rock wall climbing, all sorts of things, game rooms. So kids from all ages are never going to get bored. That's one of the things is with families. Oh, my kid's going to be okay. They will love it. Some of the kids will never even leave here. That's some of the complaints. Oh, my kid barely saw the beach because he was at Vibe City all day. So it's a really, really nice thing to have. So now I'll go through each one and note they're all a little different in the sense of the footprint and the scale of the property. Hard Rock Cancun is going to be what I like to call our high energy high rise, and it's going under full renovation. So note that it will be closed from July to December under full renovation. So if for some reason you're trying to quote for July, August, September, and it's not there, that is why. It's going to go under full renovation. Most of the rooms were renovated already, so we're finishing up with the rooms. And now the whole lobby and Chow and Zen are going to be renovated. So it's fantastic. And the pool was renovated last year. So really, really nice because it needed it. It needed a refresh. This is going to be 15 minutes from the Cancun airport. So it's right in the middle of the hotel zone. If you're familiar with Cancun, how it kind of looks like a 7, that's going to be right in the middle. So it's about 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the airport, and then another 10, 15 minutes to the top of the hotel zone where all the clubs and kind of nightlife is. So I like to say this is really good for short weekend getaways because of the proximity of the airport. It's going to be more geared towards younger bachelorette troops, younger groups, I would say. Although, again, it is still family friendly. This is going to be more towards that age range, I would say. But again, there's families across the board. It has an awesome kids club. And this is going to be the perfect beach. If they want Cancun and they say, I want the beach, this is it. It's on a picture perfect beach in Cancun. As you can see there, it's a fantastic beach. plenty of amenities, plenty of stuff to do on property. This is one of my favorite areas, the pool dive bar, and the other one on the other side is called the float bar. So usually what happens is during the day, one's going to be a little bit more high energy. There might be a DJ on the one side, and the other side's going to be a little more low key, a little more not quiet, because this property really isn't have that much quiet areas, but it's going to be more quiet than that. This is going to be a property for someone who wants the energy all day because of the way it's built, because of the footprint. There's not really many places they can go that's super, super quiet, but they can find it. But this is going to be for clients who want that sort of, I want energy. I don't want to ever be bored. I want to be in a zone where if they want to leave property, they can, no issues. It's fantastic. And then this is going to be redone. I don't have the new renovated design yet, but this is one of the areas that's going to be redone as well. Now I'll move over to Hard Rock Punta Cana. This is our biggest property, which is fantastic. It's a big footprint, but don't let that discourage you, because there's plenty of stuff to do, and there's plenty of pools, plenty of bars. Your clients may not have to leave one side of the resort if they don't want to. It is on the picture perfect beach in Dominican Republic. So this beach is expansive. There's plenty of room. The ocean is fantastic, and it's got 13 different pools, 13 different restaurants. So you're never too far from a pool. You're never too far from a restaurant. There is an adults only pool as well. Some of the pools are going to have more of a quiet, the adults only pool. It can get a little busy, but it's never going to be like super, super crazy. The central pool is going to be where a lot of the high energy, the activities, the DJ when that happens. And then there's the adults only pool as well. So it's a really, really good mix. All the pools are going to be fantastic. And there is a lazy river as well. This is going to be our moon lounge. So this property, I like to say, is it's a gateway drug. If you do cruises, this is the gateway drug to all-inclusive on land for a lot of the clients, because this has so much to do. It has a casino. It has nightlife. There's tons of stuff to do. And it's a big enough property where you're never, you might be there for 4 or 5 days and may not even see another side it depends on what you're doing during the day. This is the moon lounge, where a lot of people like to have pre-drink cocktails, dinner, before dinner. It's a really, really nice area there. And like I said, we have a casino and nightclub. Things to note about the casino and nightclub: they are open to the public. So we have security on both sides. The hotel guests go through one end. The public can go in the casino and nightclub on the other end. Casino and nightclub are free entry for obviously all hotel guests. Obviously, the gambling is not included. It's a fully fund yourself gambling wise. And the drinks inside the club are not included as well. So that's why I showed the Moon Lounge, because a lot of people, especially on the younger side, like to have drinks at the Moon Lounge and then go gamble and then go in the club as well. Yep. And there's a nightclub, and it's a full scale nightclub. It's Vegas style. It's really fantastic. So if you have those higher end clients who want to get bottle service or something like that, they can add that. Like, it is a Vegas style nightclub. And then just another thing to add about Punta Cana is there is so much to do on property. There's a flow rider. There's tons of different things. So this is going to be for that property that wants that traditional all-inclusive with tons of stuff to do. And you won't have any downtime if you're seeing all the property. Vallarta is going to be our most niche Hard Rock, in my opinion, because it is our smallest. So this is our smallest Hard Rock. It's very close to the Vallarta airport. So it's really good for people. If they've never been to Vallarta, it's not a long transfer. It's in an awesome area. And it's on a swimmable beach in Vallarta, which is fantastic, because a lot of the West Coast is non-swimmable. So Vallarta is a swimmable beach, and it is a fantastic beach for those clients who want that. Like I said, it's a really, really close transfer as well. It's small, so it's not going to be as packed as Hard Rock Cancun. It's not going to be as big as Hard Rock Punta Cana, but it's really nice for those people who want the Hard Rock energy. They want sort of the liveliness, but not a really big property. The pools are fantastic. The swim bar is amazing. And it's in that awesome downtown Vallarta area. And if you've been there, like leaving property, it's a really immersive experience too. So for clients who want to sort of go to an all-inclusive, but they also want to leave town, they want to be able to walk around, shop, do that, this is the property for them. It's a really, really nice area. This is kind of be the main area in that property where people do pre-dinner drinks and things like that. So this is going to be, I'll go back. This is going to be one of those properties, like I said, for families, and I'd say like young-ish generation, because it's a smaller one and there's a lot to do outside of it as well. So then there's that. Now, Riviera Maya is our most unique. So we'll go from most niche to most unique property. This property is the only Hard Rock of the all-inclusive collection that has an adults only section as well. So going back to how I talked about weddings earlier, this is our most popular property for weddings because it has two sides. So it has an adults only and a family friendly. The majority of the property is going to be that family friendly side. So when you think weddings and if you think multi-gen group, this is the property you want to send them to. So it's a little different on the beach side. It's a cove beach. So it's not that typical beach in Punta Cana or the beach in Cancun. It's going to be more of a cove beach. So it's great for families and kids who want to sit around and they don't want to be bothered by the seaweed or by the fish or anything like that. You can put a raft. You won't go anywhere because there's a rock wall that goes out. Oh, I thought I had a different image. There's a rock wall that goes out. And so there's no waves, there's no seaweed, there's none of that. So it's awesome for those type of clients who want to sit and relax. They don't want to be bothered by, there's no seaweed, there's none of that. But it's not, again, it's not that typical expansive beach like you would think of Punta Cana. So just things to note. And I think going through this, talk to your clients because they may say one or two key words to you and you may think, boom, Punta Cana or boom, Riviera Maya. So always keep that in mind. Always listen to what your clients are saying because it can really trigger something real simple and easy and it can trigger that. It is a fantastic pool area. So how the property is built, it's buildings 1 and 2 are going to be that heaven section. So the heaven section is adults only. Now you have to book that section if you want those amenities. It's not like, oh, the hotel's, low occupancy. We have rooms. Unless you book that or request it ahead of time to switch and book it, we can't put you in there. So there's different areas. And then buildings 3 through 9 are going to be that family friendly side. So what's nice is that the family friendly side is most of the property. The adults only side has access to everything. And on the adults only side, there's going to be three restaurants and an adults only pool and adults only beach area. I'll explain the restaurants in a second. This is going to be our main area. The sunbar, it's in the family-friendly lobby. I like this because it shows it really is Hard Rock. It's got all the memorabilia. It's got all sorts of things. It has TVs as well. So if anyone's a sports fan, we can get most of the games on at all our properties. And this property as well has a full nightclub. But the nightclub is different than Hard Rock Punta Cana because it's not open to anyone outside the hotel. And all the drinks on the pre-base are all the normal drinks that you would get at the Heaven Lounge here. You go downstairs at the Heaven Club. That's going to be, there we go. That's going to be all included. So it's really, really nice for, especially if you have like younger groups, anyone from like 18 to 20, 21, and their parents are worried about them going off property. They don't have to worry about this. They don't have to worry about anything. This is all included, all on property. And especially for weddings and social groups, you can really get a good ceremony or get a good party out of this as well. I'll go through the restaurants really quick as well. With the restaurants, there are 3 restaurants. The one I showed earlier when I was going over the restaurants, Y, Umo, and Faro. Those are going to be adults on the adults only side. Faro is only open for breakfast and lunch, and it's only open to those staying on the Heaven side. So only Heaven guests can have breakfast and lunch at Faro. Y and Umo are on the adults only side, but they're open to all adults on property. So anyone 18 and up can eat at those 2 restaurants. So it's nice if you have a multi-gen group that anyone, like if it's one family or 2 families on the adult side and then 1 family with kids, they can all have dinner together. Even the 2 adults staying on the Hacienda side can have dinner with the guests staying on the Heaven side for Y and Umo, which is a nice thing to note as well. So now I'll get through our last Hard Rock. This is Hard Rock Los Cabos. This is the Hard Rock that was built. So this was the only one that was built from the ground up. Anything you've seen that's new out of us, so anything post this hotel opened in 2019, 2020 with COVID. This and then everything new is all going to be new builds. So we're not taking over anything. We decided, hey, we want to make the properties how we want them. So this Hard Rock is meant to be Hard Rock. You can see by some of the images I go through, you truly feel like you're at a Hard Rock. The first time I hear, I was like, this is a totally different vibe because of the way it was built. You feel like you're in destination and you feel like you're at a Hard Rock. This is going to be medium size, so it's not too big, but not too small. We are adding some rooms as well, which is really, really exciting. It is on an awesome beach, but the beach is non-swimmable. So make sure your clients are aware that it is a non-swimmable beach. That's not an issue. For most clients, if they want that sort of beach and they just want it, the pools are fantastic. Most of the clients that come here don't even leave the pool bar anyways, and you got the water slides and all that. But just make sure, because I'd hate for someone to get there and be like, well, I can't swim in the beach. But the beach is fantastic and the sunsets are amazing. This is one of my favorite pool bars at all of our properties. It's right on the water and the ocean. You can see the sunset. It's a fantastic, fantastic area. And it's really cool if you go during whale mating season or whale migration season. There you can see whales coming out. When we were there in our sales meeting last year, we actually saw a few whales by the adults only pool, which was really cool. The pools are fantastic as well. This is one of our most Instagrammable pools ever. If you search this on Instagram or TikTok, I'm sure you will find this. Funny story. We actually changed the color of it a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I guess at this point. And we changed it to black, and people got there and were outraged. They're like, I want the red pool. So this is going to be that high energy DJ in, like, this is fantastic. A lot of people go to this property just for the pool. And it has fantastic nightlife on property as well. The sunlight bar, like I said, TVs with games, anything like that you can put on. And this is, like I said, one of my favorite areas, the rhythm pool. Fantastic, fantastic, especially for that sunsets and all that on property. So now let's change gears. We'll switch over to our UNICO collection. This is going to be a totally different collection. This is going to be an adults only property. We have 2 and are expanding. So we're really excited. This is going to be more elevated, more relaxed luxury. So why UNICO? We wanted something to immerse in the coordinates. We wanted something different than that traditional all-inclusive. This is not going to be your traditional all-inclusive like Hard Rock is. This is going to be an immersive experience. So all the UNICOs have everything, have coordinates, and it's an all-inclusive redefined. Like I said, it's really, really gets you in destination. All the UNICOs are going to have their own coordinates. So UNICO 2087 and UNICO 28105 are the 2 we have now, one Riviera Maya and one in Vallarta. And then the ones coming will have their own coordinates as well, where they are located, because everything, I like to say, everything at UNICO makes sense. And then it brings me to this. It was designed by women. So everything you see on property, it's there for a reason. Nothing's haphazard. Nothing is, doesn't belong. I think even the details of the bar names and things like that are into the property. So this is UNICO 2087. It is a U shape. So this is our first UNICO. So we shaped like a U. All the rooms face the water, but not every room has a full oceanfront view. This room, this property does have swim ups all on the first floor. But if anyone wants that true oceanfront view, request the Alto categories, because that guarantees them a 4th or 5th floor view. And then you can request that through me. Or if I'm not your BDM, whoever your BDM is, just say, hey, we want to request that, or book it if it's available. So book those. If they want it guaranteed, make sure they book those categories, the Alto categories. And this is just going to be our normal entry level room. As you can see, it's a full ocean view there. All the rooms are going to look very similar. They're very sleek, very modern. There's not a lot of, I don't know what the right word I'm trying to look for is, but there's not a lot. It's not like a lot going on. It's very, very sleek, I would say. 3 pools on property. We have a regular pool. We have this is our kind of our main pool where there's a DJ some days. They do water volleyball, different things like that. That's going to be the activities pool. And then we also have a quiet pool. I don't want to hear anything. You can hear a thumb drop and you can read a book and not be bothered. So those are the kind of 3 pools we have. This property and all our Unicos are going to be food focused. Our restaurants are fantastic. All the chefs have either owned a restaurant in the cuisine or have extensive knowledge in that cuisine. And all the kitchens are separate. So it's for foodies, these are going to be the properties. And like I said, at Hard Rock with the Chow image I showed earlier, that was kind of one of my favorites. All these are fantastic as well. It really gets you involved and you feel like you're at a really, really nice restaurant as opposed to an all-inclusive. This is one of my favorites as well. This is our Italian. They have like a outside area over the water. It is fantastic. It's a really, really nice dining setup. And like I said earlier, with everything that makes sense. So this is our bar Balam. And if you can see in the back there is a jaguar in the middle of the bar. Jaguar in Spanish is Balam. So bar Balam. So everything just makes sense. It's all in one. Everything is really, really centered in that immersive, redefined image. Palmera Lounge is going to be where our nightlife is on property. Although this is an adults only property, it does have a pulse. It does have stuff going on. And you can see all that. We have a new app called the PAM Resorts app, PAM. Um, that is going to show all our properties. You can have your guests check in. Or once they get their confirmation, they can download the app, download that, register through the app, and they can see everything that's going on for next week. Whenever they're on property, they can see dining menus and things like that. So it's really, really nice. You can see what's going on at the Palmero Lounge tomorrow night. They do silent disco and different things like that. Also, a thing to note about the Unico collection is all our rooms are going to get a local host. That is going to be more of like it's not a butler per se, but it's more of an elevated concierge. So they are there from the normal working hours at 8 to 6. If you get there and check in and over those hours, you'll meet them. They use WhatsApp to communicate, and they really do pretty much anything that you need while you're on property. They can make golf reservations, dinner reservations. They can get you things from, they can make you spa reservations, different things like that. One of the funniest things I've heard from an agent was she told me that her clients went to Unico and they were sitting in the pool, and the wife wanted a bubble bath drawn at like 4 o'clock because they were getting out of the pool. And so she texted the local host. She came back. There was the bubble bath was drawn. It was fantastic. This is going to be a property or properties where it's really detail oriented, like I said. And I think this is one of the coolest things. When you check in, they're going to ask you kind of what type of pillow do you want? What type of scents do you want in the rooms? Little things like that are fantastic for those clients. This is our newest Unico that opened in August of last year, Unico 2105 in Riviera Maya. This is our smallest property we have. So this is going to be really good if you have a buyout for a wedding or anything like that. It's 141 rooms. It's really, really small. So it gives you that really, really boutique hotel feel with that elevated service as well. Like I said, like Unico 2087, the rooms are minimalistic and really, really nice, really, really clean images. And what we saw at Unico 2087, we kind of adapted into Unico 2105. So the lounge bar here is actually much bigger than the lounge bar at Unico 2087, even though it's 300 rooms less, because we saw at Unico 2087, a lot of people liked hanging out at the lounge bars and the lounge areas. So although it's a smaller hotel, we adapted into what we saw at Unico 2087. And so now it really, really works with this property as well. And this is the only property that's going to have a rooftop infinity pool as well. It's a really, really awesome view as well. The dining is fantastic. Agua Madre is some of the best food I've ever had. Kobo, our like Japanese restaurant, is amazing. And Leah, our Italian, to die for. And then all our properties, Hard Rock, Unico, and then AVA, are all going to have cafes. So these are really good grab and go stations, especially in the morning. If your clients are doing an excursion or anything like that, they can get a coffee and a croissant or anything like that. And it is open late too. And Unico, some of the focus at all the properties is going to be our wellness. So both have wellness lounges, which are amazing. They are really immersive. Like I said, at Hard Rock, they have the hydrotherapy. They have all those sorts of things. They're really, really immersive. The gyms on the properties are awesome as well. So if you have clients who are looking for like a wellness, and then also I like to highlight groups. So I always like to try to give you guys ideas of how to grow business, how to get different, clients in your pipeline. Think groups, think of a wellness group. These easy. You could do a wellness group at either Unico, and then I like Hard Rock Riviera Maya as well because of the adults only section. They do sort of different things. They do yoga on the beach. There's a overlooking rooftop that overlooks the pool on the adult side. They've put they've done yoga classes up there and different things like that. So when you're thinking groups, and if you have a wellness group, these are going to be some of the properties. So now give me a drum roll. We have Unico Montego Bay coming soon. Super excited for that. We are really excited to venture into Unico. I don't have too much for it. The projection is to hopefully be open before the end of this year. But I'd say probably early 2027, if anything. But it is coming. The ground is up. We got very, very lucky with the hurricane and everything. And we're super excited to be in Jamaica because Jamaica needs sort of a new hotel, and we're super excited to be in the destination in the area. So it's going to be close to the airport. It's only going to be 15 minutes from the airport, which is fantastic, right in Montego Bay. And we have an awesome plot of land where we're going to have multiple hotels. Nothing's really confirmed yet on that, but we will have another hotel or two on that property. So it's an awesome beach area. It's a really, really nice plot of land that we are so excited to finally transform and be in Jamaica. So that's kind of a little aerial shot of where we are in relation to the Montego Bay Airport if you've been to Jamaica. So really, really close there. And again, it's an immersive experience. So it's going to be UNICO 1877. And I am so excited. I not wait to get on property. And these are just some images. Nothing's really confirmed as of yet. It's going to be about 500-ish rooms. The buildings are up. Everything is up, but nothing's really set on room numbers or anything like that. So just some really cool images. And I like to note some really, really cool shots here. I like to note this. This is going to be one of the wedding venues. So it's going to be over the water, which is a really, really nice area as well. So really good for if you have weddings coming up and groups for 2027, late spring, early summer, fall. Keep that in mind as well. And then we also have Unico Punta Cana coming. Really excited about that as well. It's going to be close to Hard Rock Punta Cana. I don't really have anything on this. All I know is that the ground has been broke, but that's really all I got on that. But so it's a really cool update on that as well. And then lastly, our AVA Resort Cancun. This is going to be a combo of Hard Rock and Unico smashed together, in my opinion, because it's a family-friendly resort, but it has that elevated upscale Unico feel to it. Really, really great things about this property. So why Ava? First of all, the world is yours at Ava. It is a truly, truly awesome brand. Every room faces the ocean. So every room, no matter what the room category is, and it's not partial views, you don't have to turn your head like that, or you don't have to like kind of look. It is full front ocean views. It's kind of like a cruise where if you have the ocean view, it's fully front. So you don't have to worry about that. And then we have our Ava Bay, which is 2.8 acres of salt water. It's supposed to mimic the beach and mimic the ocean. So it goes up to like 9 feet in depth, and they do paddleboarding, kayaking, really, really nice things there. So I grew up in New Jersey. I love the paddleboard. I love the kayak. The first time I went to Ava, I was like, this is fantastic because I get like the ocean feel of being on the water on the paddleboard, but there's no wind, there's no nothing. It's super calm. So it's really, really nice. And we have pools as well. So we have a kids pool. We have 2 different pools. We have an adults only pool. So we have the Ava Bay and then the pools as well. And like I said, all rooms fully oceanfront. This is going to be diverse culinary offerings that we have. And I don't even know if we meant to do it, but with our dining options, I like to say they're almost as good, if not better, as Unico. And Unico is built for that food. Like we wanted to focus on the food at Unico. So this, I like to highlight some of them. We have plenty of restaurants for your clients at this property, but we also adapt. So this is one of my favorites, Black Iron Steakhouse. Really, really fantastic steaks. But I like to note here, and I always like to give like kind of personal touches on each restaurant. I think that the bone marrow is fantastic and the octopus is amazing too. Like 2 of the best dishes I've had at any all-inclusive at any of our properties came at this restaurant. And then we noticed that everyone loved the steakhouse, so we added a second steakhouse. So now we have 2 full steakhouses at this property. Chez Moi is going to be our French. And cool thing to note, this property, although like I said, it is family friendly, it has 2 adults only restaurants. So Chez Moi and then Kita, which is Bao, which is our Japanese like teppanyaki stations. Kita is going to be the family friendly one. So those 2 are family friendly. And a really cool thing to note is all the restaurants have their own signature cocktail menu that you can't get those drinks. They won't make the drinks anywhere else except for these restaurants. So it's a really, really nice touch. Like I said, at all our properties, you feel like you're in a immersive experience and you feel like you're in a restaurant as opposed to just like, a buffet area. So I would always suggest if you're clients at Ava, try out the different drink menus because you can't get them at a different restaurant or at the other bars. And this is one of the hidden gems. This is Copal Taco Stand. This is grab and go tacos. They are the most delicious things I've ever had. They're grab and go. They're like pork carnitas, al pastor, different types of things. And it's open it's open late night. So it's open till 2 a.m. So it's funny whenever there's multiple BDMs, if we do like an event at Ava and there's multiple of us, we'll have sort of a competition on who can eat the most because they're fantastic. I could eat I love one of my favorite things is if I get to Ava and it's like lunchtime, but if my room's ready, great. If not, I'll go get 4 or 5 tacos. I'll come back later. They are fantastic. So make sure if you have clients or yourself, if you've never been to the property and you get on property with me on a fam or something, make sure you try the tacos. They're fantastic. And there also is plenty of nightlife at the property. This property has a nightclub as well. So the nightclub's open 6 nights a week. And when the nightclub is not open, this cocktail bar and digit bar on the other side are going to be open late. So every night there's going to be something that's open until 2 a.m. So if your clients want nightlife and they want something, it's going to be there. It's never too loud because it is a family friendly resort. So it's never too crazy because most of the time this bar it gets crowded, but the nightclub usually takes a lot of that. So no need to worry there. And a cool thing to note as well, we have our own tequila only available at this property. The owners of our brand decided to go in on a tequila, and we can only get it here. And if you like tequila, it is the best tequila I've ever had. And we have our little speakeasy. So this is CJ Cantina. It's a speakeasy in the South Tower of Ava, and it's like if you've been to a speakeasy, it's a really cool atmosphere. Like you don't feel like you're at a property. And it's funny. The first time I went to Ava, I ended up just bringing a bottle back home because I got in my room and I was like, oh, I'll bring it, I'll try it. And my friends, I had it out and showed it to some of my friends. We tasted. They're like, "Oh, you sold this on false gold. Like we can't buy it anywhere because it's only available here." So it's a really cool thing to note. And then the spa is fantastic as well. One of the best spas and one of the best gyms also. I don't have an image of the gym, but the spa, like I said, the hydrotherapy, all that sort of wellness, really, really immersive. And the gym is one of the best gyms ever. So a little background about myself. I was a former college athlete. I race like triathlons semi-competitively now too on the side. So anytime I'm at Ava, I'm like, this is fantastic. I don't have to go anywhere. I have everything, all high-end equipment, everything in there. It's truly amazing. If it was close to my house, I'd pay for a membership at this gym. It is fantastic. And I wish I had an image, but and then some other things, the kids club, teen lounge and bowling as well at Ava. So really, really great stuff there as well. And the game hub it's not included, but you can add a card and it's a couple dollars for games, and it really, really gets the kids busy as well. There we go. So I'll end. So I covered all our properties, kind of gave an overview. I hope everyone took something out of that and can kind of understand their brand a little bit more. And if anyone wants a more one-on-one training, let me know or let your BDM know. Lastly, we have an awesome promotion going on. $200 resort credit per room per night. This is available at all our properties, Hard Rock, UNICO, and AVA, and it can be used on things like golf, spa, bowling, anything you name it. The golf is a fantastic deal. If you have golf groups or you have clients who like to golf, we have golf courses at Hard Rock Cancun, Hard Rock Punta Cana, and Hard Rock Riviera Maya. Those are all Hard Rock Riviera Maya and Hard Rock Punta Cana are attached. The golf course for Hard Rock Cancun is actually attached to AVA. So it's shared privileges. So they'll give you a transfer. Excuse me. They'll give you a transfer over and it's awesome. So those 4 properties have the access to the golf courses, which is phenomenal. And it can be used on multiple different things. And so if you need more of a clarification on that, let me know. All pretty much how it works is if you have clients who go in, they check in for 5 nights, they're going to get $1,000 resort credit. So what that means is if they want to go to the spa on the first day and they want to get a $100 spa treatment, they would pay a 35% service fee. So they pay $35 and boom, they get the spa, they pay $35, boom. Now they have 900 left. There's no like stipulations on how many you can use, when you can use it. It can be used all on the first day, all on the last day. It can be split up however you want, as long as it's something that is available for the resort credit. So sometimes some of the like select massages may not be available, and I can send you guys a link to everything that breaks down on what's included, but most of the stuff is included as well. And the same thing at AVA and UNICO. So it's a really, really nice thing to note for your clients. That's all I have. I don't know if anyone has any questions. I can kind of go through. I tried to keep it close to that 45-minute hour mark. I figured we'd have some questions. Please let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that.
Okay, guys, a lot of great information. Thank you so much. Beautiful properties. And the amenities are crazy. So, all right, guys, any questions for Michael?
And if anyone, I'll put I don't know if I have my email, but I can type my email in the chat. If anyone has any,
I did for you.
oh, you did? Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Awesome. So yeah,
Yep.
if you're in those states, if you're in anywhere from Delaware, Pennsylvania up through Maine, you're with me. And then if you're not, it should say when you if you're not already signed up for All in Agents, make sure you sign up. It should tell you when you sign up if you put your state when you because when you sign up, you're gonna put under Archer and then you're gonna put your state that you live in, so that way we can filter it and assign and we get a notification of someone from Texas signed up, someone from California. But if for some reason it doesn't show you or there's an issue, let me know, and I can prompt you to whoever your BDM is, because we have all across the country, and it's really really great because we like to do. Make sure you reach out to us, because we want to do events with you guys. Like I do plenty of events in person. I do a lot of trainings, a lot of things like that. And I try to hit all the states probably once a quarter usually, and some of them that are close, I'll do it again. But it's really, really good benefit to reach out to us and connect. I'm looking in the chat. It's called. Oh, I can type it. Oh, let me see if I can link it actually. Uh,
So there is a question asked, where do we register for Power Agent and All-in Agent?
so I just sent the link to register for All in Agents. So when you log in, when you create an account, everything's going to be all in one. You don't need to do any separate registration or anything. Power Agents right in there, so you can literally pull it up, and that's going to be there. You can literally quote directly right on there. It's just that's our tool. We call it Power Agent, but it's all in our All in Agents portal. So you can quote directly on there, and everything's going to be our promos. Everything's right in there.
Perfect. Thank you. What about TA or agent rates?
Yeah, we do have agent rates. They're available on all in agents as well. There's a separate tab when you
Okay.
go to book. It'll say TA rate, and those are based on hotel availability and occupancy, so they can vary. But we do offer those as well. And then uh, if anyone either wants TA rates or if they're staying, if they're doing another trip somewhere or something, and they want to go on property for a day or they want to go do a site inspection, let me know. And I can connect you with the sales manager on property, and there's a form. So if you're going down to Cancun and you want to see UNICO and you want to see AVA, let me know, and we can set that up to meet the sales managers. And then I will be doing uh I think two, maybe I'm hoping to get three FAMs this year. So be on the lookout for those. I try to get everyone down there at least once to start, just to see the properties if you haven't been there. So I'll keep those open. I haven't finalized dates yet, but they'll be hope to finalize them soon. So and talk to your BDM as well, if you're not with me.
Perfect. What about handicap accessible rooms?
Yeah, that all depends on property. Every property does have handicap accessible rooms. I have a sheet that I can send to you if it's specific. But each property does have a select number of handicap rooms, and you would
Okay.
just have to
Perfect.
just when you're doing that, reach out to me and let me know so we can make a note to the property, and we can make sure that there are handicap rooms available at the time, and go through that.
Thank you.
If I missed, I went through the chat. I don't know if I missed any questions, but
I haven't seen any others. Okay, good. You got it. Okay. All right, guys, any last questions? Going once, going twice. Okay, we're done. Michael, thank you so very much for joining us this evening. And thank everybody else too for joining us. Um, like I said, we're here every Wednesday night, so feel free to hop on. We post on Wednesdays what our training is going to be about, so keep an eye out for that. And I want to say on behalf of Mrs. Nina Jackson Mitchell, our one-star platinum, thank you for joining us and have a good evening. This meeting is now over.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Thank you too so much.